Hello, and welcome to Legends of. Today, we are taking a look at a legend of Ohio, the legend of Sally Blackstone, otherwise known as Swamp Road Sally. Now, the information from this legend comes from swamproad.com and claims to be the original version of the Swamp Road Sally legend. So without further ado, let's begin. Outside of Etna, Ohio, on Swamp Road, there was an old home site where the Jacob Blackstone family home once stood. The Blackstone home was built in a traditional salt box style with a porch on the front of the house. The family could usually be seen sitting in their rocking chairs, relaxing after the evening chores had been completed. They were Jacob, his wife Sarah, and their 3 children, Isaac, Israel, and of course, Sally. Now, no one knows exactly what happened or why it happened. But, according to the local sheriff, one night, Sarah Blackstone had gone out to the woodpile and gotten an axe. She returned to the house where she struck her sleeping husband in the head, inflicting fatal and luckily instant death to him. She then dragged his body out to the woodpile and proceeded to dismember his body and stack his limbs and torso on the woodpile. After Sarah disposed of her husband, she decided to do the same frightful deeds to her 3 children. After she killed her family, Sarah came to her senses, or maybe still in her deranged state, she pulled up the rope from the well, untying it, and she returned to the front of the home. Climbing on a rocking chair, she secured the rope to the porch roof beams and hung herself directly in front of the front door of the home. Now, this is of course a very sparsely populated rural area, and it took 3 days before someone discovered the horror, which was the Blackstone homestead murders. Although that evidence suggested she had killed and dismembered her husband and all 3 children, the remains of 16-year-old Sally were never located. Sarah's hanging rope remained swinging from the roof beams for many years before it came up missing. The home, the land, and the furniture had all been sold, and no one had lived there again. During the years that the rope remained, locals would often go to the Blackstone home late at night and creep up to the porch to go directly beneath the rope to see if they could see any ghosts. People reported looking through the keyhole, and it said that you could see all of their parlor and the dining room in the house. They said that if you listened quietly, you could hear the sounds of a small girl crying. It is believed that this young girl that is crying is, of course, the ghost of Sally Blackstone, also known as Swamp Road Sally. Now, the house remained in the area until the early 1980s before it collapsed. Since then, it has been said that people who drive on Swamp Road late at night can see a young girl in white. It is believed that this young girl, known today as Swamp Road Sally, is of course the ghost of Sally Blackstone, presumably murdered by her mother. But of course, since her remains were never found, we will never know the truth. And that is apparently the original legend of Swamp Road Sally. Thanks to swamproad.com for posting this original story online and for giving us more information on a local legend.